There's a short story or post about a husband who's kicking his wife to the curb after finding absolute guaranteed proof that she's cheating on him. And this goes to show you guys, as you're about to see, there are all sorts of signs and red flags as she's showing that something's going on. And if aside from entertaining story here, if there's anything you get out of this, is to always pay attention to what your girlfriend, your wife, frankly anybody's doing, because their behavior will show you. You pick up patterns and stuff like that, things that are out of the ordinary, that'll tell you everything you need to do. Always pay attention. And also, remember guys, when you find said proof, you don't need to spend ages and ages and countless money getting more evidence. Once the evidence is there, you're done, move on. Titled, Trying to Survive Next to My Wife, who I have high suspicions that she is cheating. And a shout out to Bill for sending in this story. He says, Hey everyone. For the past 2 months, after I got back from a work trip, my wife has been acting all weird. I thought all this stuff was just maybe her mood change and something was wrong, but eventually her actions changed too. She has been prioritizing her workout classes over anything else, which started to become a red flag. Alongside her change of spending time with me became less, and more time when she's in the bathroom, always showering before going to the gym. Right there. All of a sudden her behaviors change, prioritizing the gym more than anything else. And let me guess, probably before she didn't prioritize the gym too much. And oh yeah, taking a shower before she's going to the gym? Sure. Maybe she's not going to the gym. Maybe she's telling him she's going to the gym while she's rolling around with Chad and Tyrone in the back of his van or something. So I decided to post on infidelity, and everyone suggested to track her phone. As to which, not much proof I found as I looked in her messages and calls and found nothing suspicious. How do you know that's her only phone? Or how do you know she doesn't have some app somewhere you don't know about? To which I think she's either deleting them or got another phone. As time went on, I bought a tracker off Amazon, and as it arrived, I asked to borrow her car. I rarely do drive or sit in the car, as we use mine more. And I drove her car as I told her I needed to buy a car part, and I drove to the local park, parked her car, and hid the tracker in the glove box. That's awesome. I think all you guys out there that are married or have serious girlfriends ought to invest in a tracker. Why not? And also come home from work early or a work trip on occasion. Honey, I'll be back on Sunday, or I'll be back Saturday night around 10 p.m. You come back at like 7 o'clock at night or something like that. Well, then I decided to look throughout her car, to which my heart stopped when I found a bag of hers. Inside was an outfit of clothes and a box of condoms, with a wrapper in the bag too. Well, I don't think she's making like balloon animals or something like that out of the condoms, so clearly there for a reason. And does she use condoms with this guy? Probably not. That made me absolutely lose everything. I tried to remain calm, and now I've hired a PI to gather me more proof. Well, what more proof do you need, brother? I mean, I'm assuming you don't use condoms, the two of you. But even if you did, why should you have it in a change of outfit in a pack bag in the car with the condoms? That you connect all the dots here. Her showering before the gym and her being obsessed with making sure she gets to that workout, amongst many other things. You don't need a PI. I mean, if you want a PI, get more stuff, knock yourself out. But I think he's got enough. Well, until I get more proof, I'm stuck with the wife in the house and trying to act all normal around her, while knowing she probably cheated. Probably, no, brother. She absolutely was cheating, as in it happened and is happening. It just makes me so mad, but I cannot act weird or suspicious around her. Any advice on how to remain calm and quiet about all this, and any tips or advice anyone else in this position have been, please give me. Thank you. Well, the whole comment section, I know it wasn't long, I told you this is a post, but I'm doing this on purpose. The whole comment section is full of useful people making out the point. And a lot of them say this and that, which I'm going to read momentarily. But guys, and I'm sure many of you guys are thinking the same thing as I am. If you find your wife's car, a change of clothes, stuffed away, hidden away, and a box of condoms, what the hell? Again, she's not making balloon animals out of them. She's not making like water condom balloons and dropping them off. You get the point. She's cheating. End of story. But if he needs more proof, fine. When she has one of her gym nights, hire the PI to go follow her ass on gym night. I'm sure he'll find something very revealing. I have a very hard time believing that the PI is going to follow her to freaking Planet Fitness or whatever and actually see her on the treadmill. he's going to follow her to like the fucking Comfort Inn or something like that and see her getting it on, and it could be a very quick job from the PI. But okay, fine, hire the PI. But once you get the proof, then go to the lawyer. End of freaking story. But, all the evidence is there. I just hope this guy wasn't married too long and won't get hammered in divorce. I don't hear anything about owning a house. I certainly don't hear anything about kids. So hopefully it can be smooth. But there you go, guys. But pay attention to all these things. I mean, initially, he probably didn't think anything too much of it. But then after a while, her obsession with going to the gym, showering before. How many girls? I mean, there are probably some girls out there that would shower before they go to the gym because maybe they like the guy that was there, or glued to the phone. But you get enough of those signs, it's over. And hopefully, very quickly, and I'll be looking for updates here. Now, a few comments, because the comments are always useful. One guy says, condoms and a change of clothes and a travel bag kept on hand at all times is always a practice of someone involved in routine encounters. There's a level of pre-planning that excludes a singular random event of cheating, such as a one-night stand. Yeah, and so when she gets caught, she's probably going to say, it was a mistake. Really, it was a mistake with your well-planned-out travel bag and condoms in there? Another one says, OP, if the evidence is leaning towards the workout sessions as a starting point for her indiscretions, it may be very well that she's engaged in a verbal-only affair where she and the AP agree to not leave a digital trail of evidence. Verbal affair, my ass, they're cheating. Chances are they are confident that they will see each other regularly without having to communicate about it. This means the affair could be tied to a regular appointment, like working out. That should narrow things down considerably for you and your PI, even if you don't find anything in her deleted folder or on a hidden app. I'm telling you, all the PI needs one night to go follow her ass to Planet Fitness, and he or she is going to discover everything he or she needs. Another one. Straight up cut her off to your side of the income. Don't even explain it. She's not explaining stuff to you correctly, right? She's cheating on you, like somebody else said, completely gray rock her and lawyer up. Anything else she says is just noise. Let her find out the life she just chose for herself. Also, I'd highly recommend recording your interactions around her if your state does allow it. There's no telling what type of false allegations she may throw at you if something does not go her way in the divorce. Document, detach, going through this and more ATM. Let me know if I can help you out. Yeah, that's a very good point. He's going to have a very hard time fooling her. Women are not dumb. Any slight changes to his behavior, him hugging her differently, kissing her differently, anything at all, she's going to be knowing what's going on. So his facade, his show ain't going to last too long. You better get quick about this. And last one, this guy says, if you've hired a PI, you should take that tracking device out of the car. I'll just reiterate what someone said earlier. She is very likely going to get in your face crying and begging for you to forgive her for her quote-unquote mistake. It's best if you get no contact immediately after serving her. It's hard if you love someone and they look at you all vulnerable and needy. Now, that's a good point. A lot of guys, they can be all ready to go. They get rid of their girl, their wife, whatever, and have all the evidence there. And instead of just having her served and already being ready to move out, move on, they have the talk first, and all it takes is the waterworks and her twisting things around, and I'm so sorry, and I was alone, and you didn't pay attention to me, and enough of that and the crying, and these guys are like, okay, and they fall for it. He also says it's pure manipulation, but it often works on people who just had their lives shattered, and they think maybe they can go back to normal. They cannot. You'll never get over the betrayal, so if you stay with her, you'll be miserable until you finally realize you're wasting your life. Good luck. Yes, I do wish this guy good luck. So anyway, guys, I'll be looking out for updates on this one. You see an update, you guys let me know.